Boom to the hey, all you sports fans out there in the tubosphere, to you, the individual, as part of the collective. Welcome to Fast Track Sports Rack Highlights here on Talk Radio version of the OMSR. I am your brief but concise host, Will, the alternative ESPN Sports Thrill. Always do a little show like this to let you know the clipboard coming up in the whys and wherefores, plus you get a little quickie sport rant of the segment. The whys, well, that's all due to the fabulous OMSR sponsor being the DMCA, so many thanks to that, and all the goodies it covers. All the video highlights courtesy to ESPN and The Herd with Colin. Everything else to the OMSR. The wherefores, talking briefly and concisely, the Lakers getting wiped out, got that great alley-oop from, performed by, what the hell am I trying to say here? Sounded too professorial. Kick-ass dunk. Should put that on the Sig Do Highlight playlist on the OMSR, but that's for college. Of Blake Griffin. And all the stuff going on with the Lakers, and things are just, they're going from bad to worse. You got to feel for Mitch Kupchak. He's very likable as a player, but he's got to be thinking, man, can it possibly be the Lakers' downfall is all tied into, Dr. Buss's demise? And then also discussing about Manziel being a better, endorser because of his size. Now, Colin was on fire today, but it's not possible to bring you everything. Colin's always on fire every day. Colin's like the OMSR version that a lot of you may know about. So I like to bring some of the better snippets. He does a 3-hour show. I try to bring you the best 6 to 7 of it. There's no way in hell you could upload an hour's worth of video, make a vignette out of it, or a mashup as the term is called nowadays, because like I said, the aforementioned sponsor, the Good Chip Sports Clip Lollipop on YouTube has sailed. I even mentioned that on the tribute to tribute and memorial to Shirley Temple. Yes, that is on the channel. OMSR, Renaissance Man kind of place. Okay, that's what's coming up clip-wise. Thanks for watching those silly DUIs while you're out there. Roll clips.
It's The Herd on ESPN Radio. Wherever you may be, however you may be listening, thanks for making us part of your day. Presented by Progressive Insurance. All of our guests via the Subway Fresh Shake Hotline. Simulcast on ESPNU. I said 2 hours ago to start the show, sometimes you need clarity. Your best friend to shake you and say, wake up, bro, get it together. You're a step slow these days. Sometimes you're a big football fan and your alma mater's kind of struggling, and you finally get blown out by your rival and you go, wow, we got to get rid of our coach.
It's true, right?
That's what happened to the Lakers last night, a moment of clarity. You're not close to winning the championship. You're not close to winning the Western Conference. Right now, you're not close to being a playoff team. You got beat by 48 in a home you share, but it's mostly yours, against the rival Clippers. There was a moment in the game, and it was like a bad high school route, where Blake Griffin, who, and let's credit Blake Griffin, has taken sandpaper and really taken off the edges to his game. And by the way, the game was fairly close early, and then second quarter was like bad high school matchup. Third quarter, bad high school matchup. Fourth quarter, much of the same. But hopefully it's a wake-up call for the Lakers, that you're not close, that the Kobe contract was dumb. By paying him double the market, you can now only squeeze in one more Kevin Love. And Kevin Love and a 35-year-old Kobe off 2 injuries isn't getting you anywhere. You need a great Jabari Parker draft pick. You need Kevin Love. You need probably some sort of sign and trade or deal that can give you somebody else close to Kevin Love. And you need all the other good point guards in the West to simultaneously have knee injuries. Then maybe you can compete in the West. But last night, Blake Griffin, there was a fast break, and I'm going to let you listen to Reggie Miller and Marv Albert on TNT in the third quarter. And the game was over. But it was almost like bad high school mismatch bad. The alley-oop to Blake Griffin.
Here come the Clippers. Call with the Blake Griffin from Chris Paul. Timeout called by the Lakers.
When it rains, it pours. And how about a downpour there by Blake Griffin in transition? Bad news Blake with the finish.
I like Kevin Love. I think he's a little bit like Gronk of the New England Patriots. I think he's an all-pro. Great stats. You think you can't live without him? Hugely critical. And then New England gets to the AFC Championship without him. Not all great players, Carmelo and Kevin Love, produce more than stats. Want to know when the T-Wolves were good? In the Kevin Garnett days. So, I don't know. There's a lot of rumors right now. It's down to the Lakers and T-Wolves with Kevin Love. I don't know. Is he LA? Does he sell tickets?
I think Colin's forgotten. He went to UCLA.
Worst in Laker history. Other news of interest, Phil Jackson spoke with the Knicks about becoming their head coach. Stephen A. Smith was the first to actually break that story.
Phil Jackson seemed a bit reticent about it simply because it was not Dolan, Jim Dolan, the chairman of Madison Square Garden and the New York Knicks that showed up in attendance. It was Steve Mills. So it was one of those situations where Phil wanted the big fish of the New York Knicks to be in attendance. But at the same time, that's not to say that he's interested. From what I'm being told, he really isn't interested, wasn't interested, didn't come across as being interested. But nevertheless, it just highlights the fact that the New York Knicks are about to move in a different direction.
By the way, the Knicks sent their GM, their number 2 guy, to Phil Jackson, reportedly. Steve Mills. I don't get it. So Johnny Manziel signed a huge Nike deal yesterday. And I think it's great. Iverson sold shoes. Blake Griffin sells sandwiches. Tim Duncan wins titles. Don't confuse popular with great. Popular looks really hollow, standing side by side with great. Andrew Luck is great. RG3 is popular. Young people buy gear, lids, shoes, jerseys. Adults don't. Johnny Manziel, flashy, fun, great nickname, and he's small. What do you mean? Historically, kids don't buy 7-footers, jerseys, or shoes. They can't relate to them. That's why Iverson's so popular. Johnny Manziel is going to be wildly popular in the shoe business. Andrew Luck, I'm 50. He's what I like. He's adult, he's quiet, he's analytical, he's smart. I'm an Andrew Luck guy. But if you try to create a shoe for Andrew Luck, we tried to do it with a commercial this morning. You can literally not create a shoe if Andrew Luck's the spokesman that you could sell to anybody. What if there was a vanilla that was way more vanilla? He's the most vanilla of all of them. His shoes don't glow or make you faster. They're just a nice pair of shoes. The Andrew Lucks, like Pete Sampras, without the sizzle. All white, all right. The Andrew Luck shoe. Nobody's buying it.